Yo, what's up? It's Dave. Welcome to another episode of Tech Tools Tuesday. Today, let's talk about 6 chat apps to make communication easier. Yes, there are lots of ways you can do this, but these are the 6 most popular for me, my customers, my clients, and other people in the business space who either built their side hustle or built a side hustle and scaled it to over $200 million a year. These are the apps that people are using to make communication happen. Before we jump into it, though, be sure to like this video. Subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, or hit that little bell, or both, whatever makes sense for you. You want to make sure you don't miss any of these episodes that come out on Tuesday. You'll be one of the first to get notifications of it. So communication with your prospects, your customers, your tribe can be difficult. There's so many options, right? Maybe you're using Facebook Messenger, which we're not even going to talk about today. Maybe you're using Apple iMessages. Maybe you're using just regular old text messaging. There's lots of ways to get it done. But there are some other tools available that are much more powerful, can do some really amazing things, and can help you with your business and help you go back and forth between personal communication and business communication, which I know when you're building a side hustle, that can be important. So that's one of the reasons why I left out Slack in today's conversation. Yes, you can use Slack. It's mostly focused on business communication, but we'll talk about that maybe by itself some other day, but we definitely left that out. While there's over 100 different options, right? Sometimes you get what's called the paradox of choice. There's so many options here that you just look at it and then you freeze. You don't make any decisions or options. So I limited our conversation today to 6. Again, these are the most popular, and these have all the functions and things that people need to have both personal communication and business communication. The 6 we're going to focus on: WhatsApp, Telegram, Marco Polo, Voxer, Signal, and GroupMe. Let's jump into it. WhatsApp. Lots of you probably are familiar with WhatsApp. It's owned by Facebook. That's one reason why people love it. That's also a reason why people actually hate it, because they don't want to have all their stuff integrated in Facebook and all the stuff that's going on, and they serve ads and all that other stuff. But it's very tightly integrated. As a matter of fact, if you have a Facebook business page, here's mine at facebook.com/Mr. Dave Gambrill. I'll put the link for you in the show notes or the description, wherever you're watching this. You'll see right here, though, the WhatsApp is integrated right there. So I can actually have people hit me on either Messenger or WhatsApp directly from my business page, which is kind of cool. Again, people like that. The integration is nice. If you're doing a lot of stuff on Facebook and that's where a lot of your audience is and you get a lot of messages and stuff there, then WhatsApp might be a good solution for you. You can do the things that you do on all the platforms. You can send video messages, audio messages. You can have real-time conversations with people. It is encrypted. It is free, right? So you're not going to pay anything. And the cool thing about this is a lot of people, especially in South America and Europe, tend to use WhatsApp for their communication. So if you do have populations of your audience that are there, they like this platform. You can do group chats on here as well. And as long as people have an internet connection, they can participate on this platform. So they don't need to have a phone or cellular connection, which is good too, especially in other parts of the world. Also, if you happen to be traveling, you can use this app as long as you can get a Wi-Fi connection. It is encrypted. They do have end-to-end encryption if security is something that's of concern to you. And then you can share documents and other stuff through it as well. So WhatsApp's pretty popular. It's at whatsapp.com. You can download it again for free. And there's all the stuff that's available to you. Okay, WhatsApp. That's the first one. Second one's Telegram. And this one has actually become my favorite. I didn't really know about it till a few months ago, and I started using it, and it's really, really powerful. You can get this at telegram.org, O-R-G. It's available on Android, iPhone, iPad. You can also have desktop apps, which is pretty cool. You can do the same thing on WhatsApp as well. That's another reason why I like these platforms. I can use them on my computer, or I can use them on my phone, and I switch back and forth a lot, and it's just easier to do that here. So there are apps you can download. Telegram is really awesome. Here's some of the reasons why. It's simple. You already know how to use it. The interface is cool and easy. Telegram messages are also encrypted and can self-destruct. So if privacy is in situation for you, maybe you do group coaching or individual coaching or things like that, and you want to have a somewhat private conversation with somebody or a group of people, you can set it up so once the message is listened to by everybody, it self-destructs. Again, it's synced across multiple devices. It's fast, it's powerful, it's secure, it's social, it's expressive. But one of the things that I love about it is you can have individual communication with people just like you do on other platforms. So you can send voice messages or video messages, or you can have real-time voice or video, whatever, just like on other apps. But they also have a group function, which WhatsApp does too. I think it's limited to 256. But on Telegram, you can have up to 200,000 people in a group. So if you want to have group conversations, Telegram's a good way to be able to do that. Again, if they just have access to Wi-Fi, they can use it. But the other thing it has, which is different from all these other platforms, Telegram actually has something called channels. And I'll put the link to my channel for digital marketing mentorship, wherever you happen to be watching this, in the comments or show notes or whatever. But a channel is a one-way broadcast. It's a one-way thing out to the world. So if you maybe have a coaching program, or you have an inner circle, or you have a course or something, and you want to be able to support people outside of whatever you're delivering that course on, right? You just want to have another way of accountability, or to remind people or let people know about deadlines, then you can set up a channel in Telegram, which is a one-way broadcast, which is pretty cool. So go check out the way that I use it. Again, I'll share the link with you in the comments, and you'll see it's pretty neat. And you can also have a group be associated with a channel. So you can create a channel, and then you can create a group that's part of that channel, but the conversation can happen in the group. So if people don't want to subscribe to the group, because groups can get a little bit noisy, especially if you had 200,000 people in there, lots of conversations going on, people might mute that because it's a little too loud. But maybe over in your channel, you're only sharing messages once a day or a couple times a week. People might leave those notifications on, and then you can make sure that they're getting the updates and things from you. And again, if they have the app on their phone, it'll be sending them notifications directly to their phone if they have notifications turned on, which is pretty neat. Okay, so telegram.org, go check that out. Okay, third one, Marco Polo. So marcopolo.me. Some tricky websites here today. They're not .coms. marcopolo.me. Marco Polo, this is really focused on having asynchronous video conversations, meaning they don't have to be real time. So you can shoot a video, it gets delivered to people. If they can't watch it right away or have a live call with you, they can watch it and they can leave a video chat back. You could do that on these other platforms, but that's kind of where Marco Polo got their start. And that continues to be their sweet spot and what they operate from. Again, it's asynchronous. You can watch the videos whenever you want. Again, all these platforms, you can do these things, but this is what they focus on. Yes, you can have groups. I forget, it doesn't show how many people here, but yes, you could do group conversations. And then you could do the whole thing, right? You could do spontaneous face-to-face conversations. You can also do short chats and things like that. It's free, it's unlimited, it's ad-free. Android and iOS. And just another option for you, Marco Polo. I don't really use it that much. I have it, but I don't use it. Okay, just being honest with you. Okay, Voxer. Voxer.com. This is another option for you. It's cool. It has both a personal and a business account. It has a walkie-talkie feature. So if you have notifications turned on your phone and somebody starts leaving you messages, it makes a little beep noise like a walkie-talkie. It's kind of neat. People like that. Here are some of the benefits. You can do live and recorded audio, just like these other platforms. The cool thing is, though, if someone's leaving a message, you can actually listen to it in real time and then respond to them. You can send text, photos, video. It's safe and secure, right? It's encrypted. Large chats up to 500 people, so you can do group chats with 500. It works with a headset, so do all these other ones. I don't know why they list that here. It does have a web option as well. Then if you want to pay for it, which again, it's free, but there's a paid version. They have unlimited message storage, end-to-end encryption, message recall, voice-to-text transcription, and this walkie-talkie mode that I just mentioned. Okay? So there's Voxer. Here's the plans and pricing. If you want to pay for it, I actually do in this case pay for the pro version. A lot of the SaaS companies that I deal with, software as a service, they use Voxer internally because they can send messages to each other individually, but let's say the VP of a group can broadcast a message because they pay for it, right? Here's broadcast chats under the pro version or the business version. They can broadcast a message, and then people on the team can send that message to other people in the organization. So that's why companies tend to like it. Okay, so that's Voxer. Again, that's at Voxer.com. Okay, our fifth one today, Signal. Signal is focused mostly on privacy. This is signal.org. That's their primary thing. It is automatically encrypted end-to-end. You can make messages disappear and vanish, whatever. People who are really into the privacy side of things, like Edward Snowden, use this and endorse this. It's a cool platform for that. So if you need to be having conversations that just by default are either end-to-end encrypted, or you want them to be able to disappear and you want to make it difficult for people to share things outside of that app, which you can figure out ways to do it anyway, but this would just make it more difficult. Signal would be the thing for you. Okay, so sometimes I use this for coaching clients, or I'm having kind of private, personal things that we wouldn't want to be saved on other platforms. We want it to disappear once the message is sent. Signal is a good option for that. I know a lot of people who are doing demonstrating and protests and things like that like to use the Signal platform because it's encrypted by default end to end. You can do many of the things you can do on other platforms. You can send videos, you can send audios, you can send GIFs and all that other stuff. But their big thing here is privacy. And you can have groups. I just don't know how big the group size is, but this is not really ideal for big group things, right? These, again, would be smaller private conversations. So if you're really being worried or concerned about being tracked or, with cookies and things like that, or ads, or not having privacy, whatever, Signal is the thing for you. Signal.org. Yeah. Again, if you have access to a Wi-Fi connection, you could use this, and they do have a desktop app as well. Okay, the last one we're going to talk about today is GroupMe. This is at GroupMe.com. This was acquired by Skype, and then Skype was acquired by Microsoft. GroupMe has an app. You can use it just like the other ones, but you can also use it if you are only on text messaging. So even if people don't have the app, you can add them to a GroupMe conversation, and they can use it. It just sends text messages back and forth to their phone. It's pretty neat, but GroupMe is kind of antiquated, to be honest. And what typically happens is when Microsoft buys something, they tend to let it die on the vine, if you will. So they don't allocate a lot of resources to improving it or making things better. And so they just allocate enough resources to keep it going. So I haven't seen any huge advancements here with GroupMe in the last few months or probably even years, but it's still available. A lot of people still use it. It's a good option to have. And when I quiz people or send out surveys, this is one that pops up time and time again, probably because it's been around a while. That's just what people use. Okay. So let's review. Here's what we had today. WhatsApp, to whatsapp.com, Telegram, telegram.org. By the way, I didn't mention this, but Telegram also, you can accept payments. And they have a new feature called scheduled voice chats, very much like Clubhouse. Marco Polo, Voxer, Signal, and GroupMe. Okay. So again, if you haven't done so already, you happen to be watching this on YouTube, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little notification bell to get notifications of when these new episodes come out. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any episode, which not all of them are in video format, some of them I just send out emails, right? Not all of them are accompanied by video. If you go to gambrill.com/TTT for Tech Tools Tuesday, you can get it on the distribution list, and anytime new episodes go out, or sometimes I send stuff out not on Tuesday to the distribution list of just new things that I see or updates or things you might want to be aware of. Again, you can get that at gambrill.com/TTT. All right, have an amazing day. See you.